Mud. It's not just soggy dirt. It could be one of the best things that ever happened to Minecraft, and I'm going to show you why. We'll look at what the block can do and give you some build ideas for your Minecraft survival world. Let's go. I'm not going to lie, I love this block. Not just because it's new and part of this awesome biome for Minecraft 1.19, the Mangrove Swamp, but because of the possibilities. This stuff is really easy to mine out. There is absolutely loads of it in the swamp. But mangrove swamps are quite rare, so it's difficult to find. But that doesn't matter. All you need to do is get a water bottle and splosh it onto some normal dirt, which is everywhere, and you got yourself some mud. So I guess that does kind of make it soggy dirt, but really good soggy dirt. And with the amount of dirt that there is in the world, that makes this renewable, unless you're playing Skyblock. I recently released a really simple semi-automatic mud farm that you can use to get loads of mud for your builds. The link is in the description. But it's not just that. Because of these funky new mangrove trees and their really weird roots, Minecraft has now got roots that actually show under the ground. And these muddy mangrove roots have got a gorgeous texture that you can use in all kinds of builds. And I'll show you that later. And you can craft muddy mangrove roots too. Just get some normal mangrove roots and a block of mud. Muddy mangrove roots. So that's sustainable as well, because you can grow those mangrove trees anywhere, not just in a mangrove swamp. Do you like using bricks in your builds? They've got a great texture. You make them by taking 4 bricks and putting them in a square like that, which means you have to smelt up 4 blobs of clay. To do that, you need to dig out the clay with your spade, which is normally underwater, which means you can drown, which is not good for your health. And yes, I know you can trade with a mason villager to get bricks, but if you need clay blocks, you still do need those clay balls. But all of your clay worries are over now if you can get some pointed dripstone. Because if you put some pointed dripstone underneath any solid block and put some mud on top of it, eventually that pointed dripstone will suck the water out of that mud and turn it into a clay block. Just like that. You see, that just went after just a few seconds. And it can take seconds or minutes for this to happen. But ultimately, you get loads and loads of clay out of it. And they don't have to be suspended in the air. You can have your dripstone underneath the ground and have it any size you want to create as much clay as you could possibly need. And remember, you can start this off with just dirt, splosh it with some water bottle, and you've got your mud farm rolling already. Look how quickly you get some clay. But there's even more to it, because mud is the first building block that you can combine with food. I know, this one's a little bit weird, but trust the process. If you combine your wheat with a block of mud, you get this really cool block called packed mud. And the texture on this is absolutely brilliant. This block has got so many building opportunities, and yet it's still got more to offer you. Because this block can be crafted into yet another brilliant building block called mud bricks. And this one is superb. Because if you take your mud bricks into a stone cutter or a crafting table, you can get slabs, steps, and also walls, which makes it as flexible as all the other stone varieties. So basically, you can get all of these really gorgeous building blocks from nothing but dirt. Yeah, dirt. So okay, I've shown you how to get mud, I've shown you what mud can do in a farm, but really, what good is it in a build? Well, I'm going to give you some examples of what you can do with it right now. Let's start simple. Paths. Now the possibilities are endless with this, but here we've got a really basic path. We've got some mud, we've got some packed mud, we've got some path blocks, we've got some coarse dirt surrounded by just a few bushes and the odd fence post for lighting. This could be an easy country path going from one village to another. It's well trod, that mud shows it. This path can then develop up into something a little bit more substantial. It's still got the mud, but we've also brought in a little bit of gravel, and we formalised the fences by tripling them up just a little bit. It's very similar to the previous one, but it's got a little bit more packed mud in it rather than mud blocks. So this is maybe something that would be around close to the edges of a village, or maybe in the poorer areas of some kind of town. And we can develop this up one step further, bring in a little bit of spruce wood, bring in some mud bricks, bring in some stone bricks, change up those spruce fences for these mud brick walls, and you've got yourself a much more formal road marked out by this street lamp that I've used a pearlescent frog light on. So that's already quite a lot of opportunities for you to play with, and we've not even really started to build yet. The mud bricks and the packed mud blocks work so well as a texture together, and I think they work particularly well with oak wood and oak logs as a palette as well. So you could let your imagination run riot on this one and maybe create some really complex looking walls, bringing in some oak, some slabs, some stairs, and all of that mud brick and packed mud. Maybe tag me in Twitter or Instagram. I'd love to see what it is you've done with these amazing blocks. You can incorporate it into your farms in your Minecraft survival world. I used mud bricks and packed mud in this double iron farm that I made recently, and I think it looks awesome and works fantastically. Similarly, this Minecraft AFK fishing farm that gives you treasure as well as fish has used mud bricks and their crafts to great effect. There is the link to the tutorials for both of those farms in the description below, and if I've done it right, up on the screen. But don't go and watch them until the end of this video. Or you can use mud with other types of stone as well, because they work so beautifully together. And you can create a gorgeous Minecraft base with resources that are so easy to gather. Not too shabby for soggy dirt, is it? So, do you agree? Is mud probably the best block in Minecraft? And if not, which one do you think's the best? Stick it down in the comments below. And I will look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye!